Hi, my name is Quanasia, and welcome to my book corner where I talk to you about books or series that I recently read. Today's series or book is on the screen. If you have read it before, continue on with this review. If you have not read it before, please go and read it, girl, and then come on back because I don't want to hear nothing about spoilers, okay? I don't want you to start wanting to tussle because I done said something you ain't read yet, okay? Okay, we have a new book, a new series. It's called She Gave Her All to the Hood's Finest, and it's by Shvonne. Shvonne Latrice. Let me pronounce my damn words. Anyways, I was going to DNF this book mainly because in the beginning, it was like the female main character just was going through it, as y'all always do. But also, the male main character has a mouth on him that would make me get rid of him immediately. And that's, yeah. Also, there's trigger warnings in this book and you need to heed them. But we gonna get to that. Yeah, the male main character turned me off and I was really about to say enough is enough because I've read enough books where I'm tired of reading them being rude and disrespectful. But let's get into it. Kamari's mama and her daddy ain't shit. In the beginning of the book, the love for her life ends up dying and her father did not give a fuck at all. Didn't give a damn. Yeah, didn't care. I think he then ends up like kicking her out and sending her back to her mama. The mama ain't shit. To be quite honest, the bulldagger is nasty as hell and needs to be handled, and I hope she is handled soon. You feel me? The mama and the daddy, to be quite honest. And then she starts dating this new guy named Prince. He becomes a singer. He now lives in Beverly Hills and ain't taking care of shit. Okay? He fucking on her, taking her around town, but she's still living in the hood and he living in Beverly Hills, which is crazy. Bought her a bag of shoe here and there, and that's it. Just Fendi. She talk about she got Fendi slides. That's it. Fendi slides. That's what he bought you in a bag. This nigga got money living in Beverly Hills and he can't even make sure you got your own apartment or move in with him. Yeah, no. I think she also said she had like 2 abortions by this man. Enough is enough. Then Houston, or Tony Wacko, the male main character, he got all these girls he's fucking on, and for some reason I feel like he like barely uses condoms, which is so fucking dirty. Like, so disgusting, having every bitch suck on his dick raw, and he be getting people pregnant and then telling them to go handle it at the end of the day. Like, he don't care if they keep it or not, basically. Sir, what? Anyways, we're moving on because that really had me like ill. Then he, would act like he don't want Kamari or whatever the case. When he first met Kamari, he was very disrespectful. He was disrespectful in front of Prince, and Prince was a bitch ass nigga. So he said what he had to say, and Prince didn't do shit because he was scared. But he was very rude and reckless at the mouth, and I was very much about to DNF it because no. Oh yeah, and then she be talking about, and then they finally start like becoming friends or whatever the fuck, and she be like, oh, we can't fuck if we ain't together. They had started fucking, right? No condom. First time, no condom. Baby girl. Anyways, no condom. And she's like, oh, we can't fuck if we're not exclusive. Yet still was letting him fuck on her. Okay. Carter is Tony's maternal cousin. And Carter likes one of Tony's jump offs. Her name is Joy. They've been hunching for 6 years, and that lady still think this man is going to be in a relationship with her, and it ain't happened in the past 6 years. So why you think it's going to happen now? That man already told you he don't want you as that, and that he don't do girlfriends, and you still sat up there sucking and hunching and giving your all to this man just for him to still look at you and tell you, bitch, I don't want you. Okay. So Carter talk about something, you need to treat Joy better. So he said, since you want the bitch to be treated better and you think she deserves better, go ahead and have her. He talk about, no, I'm not gonna do that. You are going to do that. Shut the fuck up and then take his leftovers and shut the fuck up. But the reason why he's not gonna do that is because Joy do not want you. Joy wants Tony. She don't want you, Carter. You too sore for her. Her mom, and then Kamari's mom's That bull dagger, okay? That bull dagger essayed her. And I feel like this was too, like, it wasn't handled correctly for me. It was given too, like, blase blah, because I guess that lady be trying to push up on her before, and you know she can't fight against that book dagger, so you know she just gave up, and it just was given too casual, like, oh yeah, she stuck her fingers in me, but it's okay. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's to know, like, you need to bash that bitch head in, to be quite honest, and then call your man to get for cleanup. You feel me? Fuck your mama. So anyways, because she done punched this bitch up against her head, like, was really about to whop her ass. She just said, okay, I got you. Went and told the mama that she was fucking in the house, which she did fuck Tony in that house. The mom said, okay, bitch, putting her hands on her. Stop allowing y'all mamas to put your hands on y'all when y'all in adulthood. The mama excuse goes out the window. There's another grown woman. You are a grown woman. She's a grown woman. Beat that bitch ass like a stranger. Like she be trying to beat your ass like you a stranger. Show that bitch that you can huff and puff like that hoe. And you could back it up. Okay? But anyways, the mama make her take a pregnancy test. She ends up finding out that she is pregnant by Tony. She calls Tony, and at this time they was arguing about something, and Tony basically was like, bitch, I don't care, get rid of it. So she starts crying and she's upset, and then the mom kicks her out, so she takes all of her stuff, well, most of her stuff, and goes to a hotel room, and Tony finds her, makes her his girlfriend, and then he moves her in with him because, you know, that's his pregnant girlfriend. Now he already told her he don't do girlfriends, but he will change for her, which I thought was very cute, and he's trying very, very hard because this nigga is used to just getting his dick sucked and treating bitches like they ain't shit. And he's trying very hard to learn how to be somebody's boyfriend, and he's actually very funny as hell. He's funny as hell to me now. Like, at this point, he's funny. He has me chuckling. Shanice, who is Kamari's friend, her husband has cancer, and I feel like this isn't just the cancer that's causing him to be this way. He's very controlling and mean. I feel like she's just now noticing it though, but the cancer is turning it up a notch because now he's feeling insecure, he needs help, blah blah blah. He wants her up under his old ass. Apparently I think he's older than her. But then she ends up fucking Raheem. Now let's talk about Raheem. Raheem is Tony's friend. Raheem has a wife and a child back in Las Vegas, but Raheem has been cheating on his wife since he moved to Las Vegas. He tried to claim he still loves his wife, but ain't no way you love your wife if you over here fucking and sucking on the next bitch. It's no way at all. But anyway, Shanice ends up fucking with Raheem in the bathroom. Then she starts feeling some sort of way. Oh my God, I cheated on my husband. Baby, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but that man is very close to me and his maker. So yeah. And he's mean as hell to your ass. Mean as hell and controlling. He don't want you to go nowhere. He don't want you to hang out with Kamari because she's single, but she's not single. She has her a man. And she pregnant. But you decide you don't want to hang out with Kamari anymore and be at the club and be around Kamari and single people because you sat there and got cheated. No, it's not about who you hanging around with. It's about you. You decided that you was going to cheat. Don't blame it on nobody else but you. Now you don't want to talk to Kamari no more because you're embarrassed. Anyways. So Kamari also, she's a esthetician, but also she is she does like go-go dancing type of thing, right? So Tony told her to stop doing that because now she's pregnant, and she's like, oh, but I need to make money, and he's like, no, I got you, whatever you need, I got you. She said yes, and he said, if I find you in here, I'm shooting you in this motherfucking club up. And she starts laughing, kiki. Well, bitch, she decides to take her happy ass back to work, pregnant and all, but she's not showing that much. But anyway, she decides to take her happy ass back to work, and while she's dancing in the groove of shit, this nigga shoots up the club. Okay, he shoots it. Well, it's in the back of the club, so he shoots up the area in which she's dancing at, and he told her to come out, and she's like, no. and continues to dance and shit. And he told her to get your ass out of there, right? Hemmed her ass up, told the manager she ain't ever allowed back. She act like she mad. Girl, get your ass in there. Okay? Now we talk about Ruby. Ruby is working for a I forgot what he is, a producer or some shit. And her man is supposed to be a model. Now this just brought me back to what was her the last in the last series where she was dating that nigga that was supposed to be in the NBA and he was struggling for 5 years to get in the NBA and she still stood beside him, paid all the bills and shit while he ain't do shit. Yeah, this is giving the same thing. He ain't paid for one goddamn bill, and you still sitting by him, Ruby. For what reason? Ain't pay a bill. He asking you for money. Ain't that a turn on for you? When your niggas start asking you for money, that would turn me the fuck on. As soon as you start asking for money, baby, we gotta reevaluate this relationship because what? And then she called her dad for money, and she said basically he gave her, "Don't you got a nigga? Yeah, you do. Oh, he ain't got no money. Well, you need to stop fucking with a broke nigga," and clicked on her ass, and that's exactly what she deserved. That's what she needed. She needed to hear that. Oh yeah, and then not Cam. Tony has a stepsister that he used to fuck on, right? Kamari asked him, do they have a fucking sibling type of situation? He's like, that's not my stepsister because my father's dead. So technically, that's not my stepsister anymore. But no, he didn't even say no. He just was like, that's not my stepsister. So anyway, she is coming to the studio and the stepsister's there. And she said, oh, I could fuck with you better than that bitch can. So basically, Kamari finds out at the end of the book that Tony and his stepsister, I forgot what his stepsister's name was, used to hunch. But what are you mad about? I mean, I would be upset that he lied, but I'm not gonna be too mad. I mean, shit. They not real siblings. They're step siblings. They're not related whatsoever. Hey. And that's the end of the book. That's end of book 1. I read that last night, so that's why I did this little excerpt, because I read it all last night. I was kicking my feet. It was too good. Okay, now we're gonna move on to book 2. Okay, all right. Why the fuck is she upset that he fucked his stepsister? That's not even his real sister. Like, why do you keep saying, oh, you fucked your sister, you fucked your sister? That was his stepsister. Sister, no relation. What are you getting upset about that for? I don't understand. Like, okay, ew. But it's also not like he knew her since they were babies. Like, they met when he was a teenager or something. Like, why would you be upset that he fucked her? Girl, what? At this point, your hormones, your pregnancy hormones, that gotta be the reason, because I wouldn't even be upset about that. I would be like, okay, like, you fucked your stepmom, alright, bet. But when it gets to like actual like blood siblings, bitch, that's nasty. Blood family, that's nasty. But step married into, I don't give a damn. Maybe that's just me. What y'all think? I don't even remember how old these people are, because she keep telling him, oh, I can't be with you, I can't be with you. So he's like, you know what, fuck it. You crying, talk about where you going, after you said you love me, I said I love you. No, you just told this man 3 times that day that you can't be with him no more, that you don't want to be with him. You think somebody who is trying his hardest to be that nigga that you want him to be is just gonna keep taking the hits? No, bitch, at this point it's done and over with. Okay, you worried about, oh, you was fucking somebody when you met me. Okay, bitch, that was not your man. He recently became your man. You knew what type of nigga you was fucking with when you started fucking with him. He couldn't give you exclusivity at the time, and he was fucking on other bitches. You know that. Why the fuck is you acting like so confused and distraught? You know what type of whole ass nigga you was messing with. So why is you over here trying to act dumb and just see, you got me over here fucking stuttering, bitch. I'd leave your ass too, because you get on my damn nerves. So he's deciding to pull back the reins. At first he wasn't really fucking with nobody else, But because she started her bullshit, Kamari, he's now decided he's going to be fucking on girls. Yeah. He's just gonna fuck her raw. But everybody else, he's going to be using a condom now. That's what he's decided. Now, I was liking you first, Tony. I thought you was a little key by the end of the first book. But you showing out this one. And I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it, and I don't know if I appreciate it. At all. Kamari. She decides to take her happy ass to the club, right? Like, that nigga wasn't going to know. First of all, he put a track on your car, so he is very much so crazy, and he not playing with you. You got his baby in your stomach. You decide to go to the club for somebody's birthday because he asked you to come because it's his birthday, whatever the fucking case. And he shot that motherfucker up and told your ass, and then beat up the nigga that was asking you for his number, who was already not. He was doing too much flossing, and that's how you know he probably got a little dick or something. But anyways, beat his ass and then told you to bring your ass on. Why do you keep playing with this man? I'm not understanding what you're not understanding. Why do you keep playing with this man? He already showed you more than he can tell you, and you still not understand it. It's giving slow. Yeah, I'm not feeling Tony in this book. He's slapping everybody. He just, I don't know, y'all. Yeah, he's putting his hands on everybody, and I don't like that. He don't give a fuck about his friends and their feelings, and everybody just fucking people when they married or in a relationship, and it's just not my cup of tea, to be quite honest. I'm going to try to finish this book. Hopefully it gets better at the end, because honestly, if Tony was in some other book, I would want him to be all first, and I'm 100% serious. Now, I don't know what type of friends you be around or where you grew up, Miss Squirrel, but this is just too much. Okay? Everybody got audacity in this book. Phoebe got audacity. Raheem got audacity. Ethan, that's what I'm calling him, he got audacity. Holly got audacity. Tony got audacity. Kamari got audacity. Everybody just got some motherfucking audacity. This man is cheating on his wife with not one but two women. Tony is hitting everybody and cursing everybody out, and it's just not it. Kamari just sitting by like a dumb bitch, and I can't take it. Every nigga that's in his circle besides Tony is a pussy. What is going on here? Did Tony himself write this book? That's what it's giving. Because what the hell? Your husband is on his deathbed, and instead of you being at the hospital with him, your ass is hoeing and fucking on the next nigga. Let me say that again. Your husband's on his deathbed, and you out here hoeing with the next nigga that you don't even know is married and got another bitch. Don't piss me off, Shanice. My bad. Her husband died while she was laid up with the next nigga. Now she's saying he is sad. Your husband was in a coma. The doctor calling you to come to the hospital, and you tried to make excuses, bitch. Shvonne, did you want us to hate every fucking character in this book? Let me know. Okay, so nothing is going on between, what's this bitch name? Kamari and Tony. However, Tony was getting on his sister Jilly for her ain't no good ass nigga, and she's upset at him because he's basically telling the truth. That man ain't doing nothing for you, and he's no good for you. He should know because he ain't shit. So hello. So his stepmama tried to fuck on him. So anyways, here goes the Bailey. I think Bailey is the stepsister. So here she comes back to talk to her mama, and she's like, remember I told you I was sad about a guy that I was in love with and he didn't love me? She was like, yeah girl, you need to let him go. She's like, well, it was Tony. She was like, Tony? Oh no, no, you need to leave him the fuck alone. If I find out you try to fuck on him, I'ma fuck you up, basically. She looking at her mama like, girl, what's wrong with you? That's because the mama is in love with him too. Two crazy ass bitches. We gonna put them on hold because the next book, there's probably gonna be something in the next book, right? So now let's get on over here to Rahim. Okay, I've been calling him Rahim this whole fucking time, bitch. Let's get on over here to Rahim. Rahim, right? Oh, not Bailey. Her name not Bailey. Her name is Brielle. Sorry, y'all. Same shit. Anyways, Rahim, right? The nigga that had a wife and two little years. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? Phoebe, I forgot. It was the girl he was fucking on, Phoebe. So Phoebe made herself a little bit too comfortable, talk about her apartment got flooded or whatever. He basically told her like, we can't be together no more, because now he starts liking Shanice. Shanice don't know about Phoebe, and she don't know about the wife. Right now, when the wife came to visit, no one knew that he had a wife. They thought he was single. So when she said, oh, I'm his wife, everybody was looking in confusion. Wife, okay, that's what they were saying. Drake, they were saying wife, and the wife peeped it though. Okay, from jump she peeped it, and she said, you know what, baby, we need to take a break. He's like, no, I love you, I wouldn't ever do that to you. I wouldn't ever cheat on you. Lying out his motherfucking asshole, because that's what the fuck he be doing anyways. She already was peeping like transactions on their card and shit. He just, if you see a bitch in Neiman Marcus and in fucking Sephora, bitch, you should automatically know it's a bitch. Yo nigga ain't going to Sephora for no fucking cologne. Like, let's be one, like, so for a bitch, you knew. But anyways, long fucking story short, he tell Phoebe, you know, we need to stop this. So she said, you need to chill because I know your business. Well, push come to fucking shove, Phoebe done DM'd the wife pictures of them two fucking, basically. So the wife called and said, oh, so you really out your fucking mind. Now, they had already had an argument before this, but after that, she said, oh, you really out your fucking mind. I want a fucking divorce, nigga. Like, you ain't shit. So he starts screaming at her, you my wife and I love you. Shanice walks in. Wife? Oh, nigga, hell no. Slaps the shit out of him. The wife, Amara, hangs up on him. Boom, I'm divorcing you, and I can't wait to get them funds, right? Now he's sitting there looking crazy. Here goes, what's this bitch name? What's this lady name? Ruby. Okay, Ruby fucking with Ethan, and her ain't got no money ass nigga. I done forgot his name. Why this motherfucker went and finally got a job and got money, and then used that money the first time to buy a coat, don't pay no bills, still using her card? Why do you have this nigga let you have your information, bitch? You're a dumb bitch. Okay, we see it. So he's still using her card. He bought a car with the money that he made, still didn't pay no fucking bills, and still using her fucking card. Still a dumb bitch, right? Okay, so then I'm guessing Ethan wanted her to leave her man, and she's still with him for what? We don't know. Okay, she don't even say that the dick is good. I don't even think they be messing around like that. So really, what is you doing? The fuck? You broke because you are taking care of you and a grown ass man. That's why you're still broke, and you having to work for that ain't shit ass nigga that's your boss, that's making you do dumb shit. Because if somebody told me, oh, you need to go pack up my house, that's not in the fucking qualifications of the job. So if you gonna find me, best believe I'm gonna sue your fucking ass. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, he was mad. Tony was doing too much as usual. I really don't like him in this book. I really don't like any character in this one. It really turned me off. I'm not even gonna hold you. Everybody just turned me the fuck off. By the end of the book, Kamari ends up bumping bumping into her old friend Isis that fucked on her man, and she was sitting here talking about some, oh, we were together 5.5 years before whatever, and we was 100 on each other, and he wanted me to keep it a secret. And she was like, girl, what? Like, this sounds like a story. So Kamari was like, how much did he pay you to tell me this story? She said just as much as he paid them niggas to off Driz. So this man has been plotting on Kamari this whole time. Interesting. And they left it at that. So come to find out, I'm now on book 3. Okay? Come to find out, they were in fact together 5 years ago. And he has always had a crush on Kamari, but Kamari was with Driz. She loved Driz. So Prince convinced Isis to basically help him off Driz, okay? So that he could get out the way so he could be with Kamari. Just to not treat Kamari right. Okay? Got this lady pregnant a couple of times, and she had to, get rid of the babies or she lost them. This man, and first of all, when he started asking about your best friend, that's a red flag, but that's neither here nor there. She played along with him being in a relationship with this lady. Gets pregnant by him. She now laid up in the hospital after giving birth, and he told her he don't give a fuck about her or that bastard because that's not his baby. You did all of that for a man and lost your best friend. What happened to chicks before dicks? A nigga that did not care about you got with you so he could get with your best friend. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Help set up your best friend and the love of her life for a nigga that really didn't give a shit about you and showed you by asking about that hoe. And you over here talking about you don't know why niggas keep asking about her because you think you better than her. Clearly not. Clearly not. Clearly nothing about you is better than Kamari. So you need to reevaluate that. Crazy. Okay. So Shanice found out that her husband got that nurse that she beat up in book 2 pregnant, supposedly. The nurse knows she was cheating because the nurse is a psych. It's everybody over there in California psychos. What the fuck is going on? The nurse was secretly pining after Paul, and Paul punched on her. That's what she saying. But do I believe that's his baby? Probably not. And she found out, I don't know if I said this, but she found out about the prego nurse around the same time she found out that Raheem had a wife. I'm still not liking Tony. Phoebe came looking for Raheem and got smart with Tony, which why would you do that? But I guess she don't know any better. Now she do, because he done talked about her damn eye, her lazy eye, and then snatched her wig off. And here go Raheem talking about Raheem, sorry. I keep calling him Raheem. Here goes Raheem saying, oh, he never noticed the lazy eye, and he definitely didn't think that was a wig. And I'm like, this bitch probably has some good glamour magic, because it's no way you ain't paid that much attention. You just hunching anybody, you don't pay that much attention, you don't look at what's going on with them. Everybody's delusional. Raheem is delusional. He think he gonna get back with his wife, and his wife already told him, I don't want your ass no more. I know it's not Ethan, but that's what I'm calling him. Ethan is delusional and thinking he gonna get back with Ruby after he made a diss track on that heifer. Oh yeah, Armand came back for wherever the fuck he came back from, and at Ruby house with his bags talk about, oh, I just was trying to let you get the steam off and blah blah blah. She said, get the fuck up out my house, sir. He talked about some, oh, what you mean? You gonna be mad when I leave. Sir, she was paying all the bills. Had no food in the house. You was eating up all the food. That baby finally got food in her house and know what it feels like to have her bills paid and not have to worry about another person. You think she finna miss you and your lame dick ass? Bye. Delusional. And the audacity. Okay? Jilly went and married that motherfucker that her brother told her not to be with, and she has not told her brother yet, even though her brother went and bought her apartment. And that man was upset that she took the apartment, but he was like, oh, you know, I don't got money. So she was like, okay, so no, he was upset that she got the apartment. So she was like, so you give me an apartment. And he was like, oh, I don't got no money. So she was like, exactly, the fuck is you complaining about? Then Jilly goes over and talks to Kamari and is like, oh, what do you think about him? And Kamari was like, that nigga is a baby snake. Okay, he ain't grown yet, but when he get grown, he's gonna be a problem. And if I was you, I'd leave that nigga alone. Yes, ma'am. It sickens me every fucking time that Tony surrounds himself with bitch ass niggas. Now he top dog, and maybe that's what he like. Every nigga around him gotta be a bitch ass nigga, because it's no way you letting this lady just slap you about and tell you how the fuck you gonna live your life. I can't stand abuse, whether it's coming from a woman or a man. This dumb bitch Ruby, like, this book is pissing me off. I'm not even gonna hold you. She still isn't fucking thinking. She done threw Armand out, and he still got her card information, and he's still purchasing shit on her card, not changing her information, not getting new cards. Like, are you fucking stupid? So Paul indeed slept with Kira, whatever that lady name is, and that baby is probably his. Then she ran into some new nigga at Red Lobster. I'm talking about Shanice. Ran into some new nigga at Red Lobster, and he's not getting the hint. Like, leave that lady alone. Her man just died, and he's like waiting for her. Like, he's a weirdo, and Vernon is a weirdo. Like, why is he up in that lady apartment that he couldn't afford to buy her playing video games? What are you doing for work? Not only that, you Jilly hee and ha ha and some other nigga face. Aren't you married, bitch? So everybody, just, marriage don't mean a thing to none of y'all, apparently, because y'all just out here just fucking and sucking on everybody but y'all fucking significant others. The fuck is going on in this book? Tony asks Kamari to marry him with a 6 or 10 carat ring, one of those. And I just find it so cute. She had the baby, it was a boy, and didn't say what they named him. If they did, I just gazed over it. Their little family is cute. Do I find him disrespectful still? Sure, I sure do. But he loves that girl. I don't care for their characters, but I think them, you know, having a baby and getting engaged, and the way he's going all out for her, like, I really think it's cute. He's really trying to change his ways, but she don't want that man to change. She want him to be exactly how he is, and that's on, period. Okay, so this is from last night when I was reading, and then I'm gonna add in what I just read. Nehemiah got a child and lived with his baby mama. He eventually tells Jilly, but not at first. And then he gets another apartment besides the one that he shares with his baby mama, so that no one knew that he had a baby mama. But he eventually tells Jilly, which is where Jilly got a whole man, but that's neither here nor there. A married man, and he wants her husband wants her to get him in touch with Tony so that he could start his career. Amara was thinking about taking Raheem back, right? So he comes to Vegas, even though she told him not to. He decides he's gonna stay at the house, kissing up on her, ends up fucking on her, and she, you know what, maybe I do want my family back. He goes to the shower. I knew as soon as he goes to the shower, he had left his laptop open for work. I knew she was gonna look through that shit and find some shit. She did. She said a text message came up talking about Shanice, so she ended up going through his thread looking for Shanice, and Shanice she found, and they were talking disgusting to each other according to her. So she said, you need to get your shit and get the fuck out, because I was thinking about giving you a chance, and then the Lord showed her, baby, no. Jilly fucked Nehemiah. I mean, hey, she claims she loved that nigga. A lot of people in this book is claiming that they love their significant others, but they in fact do not. Because if you got wondering eye, baby, you do not love your significant other, and that's just that. Shanice found out her husband. Oh yeah, I said that part. Shanice. Oh, but I didn't tell y'all. So Shanice found out in fact that her husband did have sex with the nurse because the nurse seen Shanice and Raheem are having an argument outside of Sephora that time when she went to the mall with Kamari. So she ran back and told Paul. So Paul decided to fuck on her, a cancer patient dying. That's neither here nor there. That's why her ass is finna be fired, because now you fuck your patient, but now you having a child by him. You was doing too much, and Shanice was right. You was doing too much. So now she goes to get the read of his will, and in his will it says 50% of whatever he has will go towards his child. So I think the nurse knew about that and gonna pin this baby on him. Probably not even his child, to be quite honest. What else did I read? Oh yeah, Isis, Kamari's old friend that was fucking around with Prince and then helped him set up to kill Isis soulmate or whatever, first love. She decided she was going to pretend to be a rapper to get close to Tony. I don't understand what she thought that was going to be. So once Miss Girl Kamari got her strength back, oh baby, she met her at the stew and beat her ass. And then so Isis was like, girl, you need to tell your man that Prince is thinking about taking him out like he took Driz out, and he wants me to help him. Okay, girl. Also, Kamari's mama is sitting here talking about she that bulldagger got shot in the head. That's how she died. What, a detective came to Kamari's house and told Kamari no, she died with her throat being slit and then a gunshot was done after the fact. I think the mama did the gunshot and Tony people did the slitting of the throat. So when she went back and told Tony about it, Tony was like, I know about the throat thing, but I don't know nothing about the shot in the head situation. I don't know about none of that. That's your mama. And your mama trying to get money out of you in a condo, and you should know she has something to do with it because she only asked for $20,000. And he's like, you should know that's a dumb bitch if she just asked for $20,000. And I said, you are 100% correct, because bitch, what? Huh? Also, Raheem got mad at Abel and Tony for losing his wife, and Tony basically was like, you ain't got nobody else to blame but you, bitch. You ain't told nobody that you was married, and you married her. You decided you was gonna marry her. If you knew you was gonna be fucking around, why the fuck do you waste that lady time? Period. Don't be blaming nobody else but you for losing your family, bitch. That's strictly you. You was fucking around with Phoebe and Shanice. You told her about Phoebe halfway, but you damn sure didn't tell her about Shanice. So, and he said, if you was gonna fuck around, you ain't even do it right. And that's for sure. I mean, this is why niggas got 2 phones. But hey, that's neither here nor there. What else happened? Oh yeah, after Jilly and Nehemiah, they went to a hotel after one of the photo shoots or a video shoots or whatever the fuck. And after he finished hunching on her the night before, he goes home to the house he shares with Star and have her convinced that they getting back together or some shit. He talk about I still love you. Y'all sure don't know what love is in this book. For real. Like for real, y'all don't know what love is, because if you did, yeah. So that's what I read up so far. I'm 87. I'm almost done with this book. I'm kind of happy because it's just, yeah. Let me eat my food and read this book, y'all. So Amara, Raheem's soon-to-be ex-wife, pulls up to Shanice's job, asks her to testify at the divorce hearing. Right after she leaves, Raheem calls, talk about he miss her. She said, too late, nigga, your wife got to me before you. He's like, no, I actually miss you. Okay. Jilly finally tells Nehemiah that she's actually married to the nigga. That's why she can't leave him. And if she does leave him, he's going to tell her brother. And he said, get the fuck on out my business, out my face, because you've been on some fuck shit since we met. He's very smart. Okay. So a whole bunch is going on. The same shit from the last book. Tony realizes that stallion ain't shit. He was gonna be mad at Kamari for some shit, but it didn't make any sense, thankfully, and he got his shit together. Kamari had to check Alejandra, the new assistant to Tony. I feel like Shanice was being messy, but that's neither here nor there. She had to check her because she was talking about some, oh, you're not on the calendar to visit him. Girl, that's my man. Fuck is you talking about? Move your ass out the way. So she had to check that bitch, which, listen, I ain't mad at it. The way she checked her was very nice compared to how Tony would have checked somebody. You feel me? I'm on 24%. Honestly and truthfully, like I said the last book, I'm trying to get through this series because it's just still dumb shit. Y'all claiming y'all in love with people that y'all met 2 days ago. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And then turn around and cheat on the person you supposedly love with some next nigga that you just met, and now you gonna be in love with that nigga. Tony finds out that Jilly's actually married to that nigga because he done told Tony. So now he talk about he gonna murk him because he got married to Jilly. And told Jilly if he find out that that nigga was in her house, laid up in the house that he paid for, she gonna have to find somewhere else to live. So she trying to be big and bad. Talk about, I love him. You love the nigga that you over here cheating on. It makes no sense. Y'all don't know what love is, apparently. Y'all don't know what love is. Y'all don't know the definition. And then Tony asks you, what does it mean to be married? You talk about you forgot. Because you don't know. You don't know what it means to be married, and you don't know what it means to be in love. And it's evident in your actions, in all of y'all's actions, besides Tony and Kamari, which is crazy to me. And more Kamari is starting to be more and more crazy like her nigga, except she not putting hands on everybody. Ruby girl, stop fucking with this older man. This older man, Zaire, should be a red flag to you. That nigga is older than you, way older than you. Talk about he just broke up with somebody and she went off and got pregnant by somebody else within 3 months. And then he over here basically being your daddy and telling you what you gonna do. That's not scary to you? You see it as a red flag, but you choosing to ignore it so you can make Ethan jealous. Everybody is just, it don't make no damn sense how everybody is moving in this book, and everybody is moving the exact same. It's like the same story, different fonts, besides Tony and Kamari. Everybody is moving the same. Every book, the same shit is going on. What is going on here? Doing the same dumb shit. 5 books. Please let the 5th book be different. Please let the rest of this book be different, because I'm telling you, I'm really trying hard not to DNF this motherfucker and say fuck the 5th book, to be honest. This bitch Jilly decided to be in a relationship with Nehemiah, even though she is married to the nigga that her brother told her not even to be in a relationship with. And now she's trying to figure out a way to tell him she no longer wants to be in a relationship with him, with Vernon, and try to get him to agree to a divorce. Old boy found out that Holly baby is actually his. I was kind of hoping it was not his, but it turns out it is in fact his. This is what happens when y'all fuck on anything and everything that has a hole. And barely strapping up or remembering to strap up. Y'all get these booger wookers pregnant. That's how y'all be ended up with some of the baby mamas that y'all end up having. Just saying. You be having Bigfoot with your child, and people trying to figure out how the fuck you got a child by Bigfoot, and that's because you fuck on anything. Congrats. Another delusional motherfucker in this book. Ruby's delusional ass went over there to Ethan's house to tell him about Armand being a crackhead and how he was blackballed because he was put in jail and ended up missing out on some of his schedules or whatever the fuck. They ended up hunching. The next morning he told her, baby, we can't do this no more because I got a girlfriend. And she talked about some, oh, I was waiting for you to realize that how much we loved each other. Here y'all go, throwing the word love around. Y'all throwing that motherfucker around like it's candy. And he wasn't reaching for it, okay? Told her to get gone, sorry. She talking about she felt like a whore. You should have felt like a whore, for sure. He has a girlfriend. You knew he had a girlfriend. You asked him if she was there. He told you no, and then continued to fuck on that man. Sound like it was raw. Sound like, for what I'm reading, because I've been skimming. So, what I gathered was it was raw. So you try to end up pregnant by a taken man. Okay. Also, Paul, Shanice's dead husband, parents went to go see Karen, whatever the fuck that nurse name, because she's supposedly pregnant by his child. Talk about they've been helping take care of this bitch. Like, is she really pregnant, and is that his? And how will they be able to take a DNA test? Maybe the mama and the daddy, they could determine if they were the grandparents or not. You feel me? This lady been pregnant for 2 seconds, and y'all talk about y'all helping her. The man hasn't even gone cold yet. Oh my gosh. Why is Kamari ass sticking her nose in business that has nothing to do with her? I know she's Jilly's big sister and all that bullshit, but you need to mind your business when it comes to Star, Nehemiah, and Jilly. You over here talk about, oh, I need to meet with you. Are you fucking Star? Blah, blah. Why are you pressing on him? Press your nigga. Don't press me, bitch. Period. Like, what is wrong with you? Over here talk about something. Are you sleeping with Star? Girl, how is that any of your business? And the nigga that Shanice met, Wade, he got an ex-wife that he's living with. Didn't tell her. Frida is actually Ice's co-worker from the strip club. Is not actually Ice's. Ruby tried to tell Ethan, oh, Frida is really X, Y, and Z. And Ethan basically told her, girl, get the fuck over it. Period. I said I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. I want to be with her. You trying to break because you in love, all of a sudden you want to try because you see me with somebody else. Y'all, I finished it. Thank you, Jesus. The ending, I liked very much so. Okay, so boom. Kamari walked in on her mama hunching on the little boy from next door. He's not little boy anymore. He's probably like early 20s, late teens, something like that. Hunching on him, right? So she's like, something smells fishy. Come to find out, the reason why that bulldagger had a bullet wound to the head was because they had came up with the mama and the little nigga from next door came up with an idea to off bulldagger because bulldagger told the mama that she no longer wanted her and was trying to get her out the house to have her new little yeah come in. Okay, so boom, so Kamari was able to get that on record and sent it over to the cops. Now the mama and the little boy from next door is in jail. Okay, boom. Then Kamari's daddy came to see her and was basically like, hey girl, what he said? He said something. Oh, I'm sorry for basically kicking your ass out and making you go over to your mama with her bulldagger and the bulldagger SHU. And then she had him come over and start putting shit up and around for Jilly in her apartment. And he's like, y'all know Vernon? And Kamari's like, I mean, I know of him, but I haven't seen him before. He's like, I'm pretty sure I seen him, and I'm pretty sure he was the one that offed Driz. Driz was Kamari's love of her life. Okay, so Kamari goes back with that information to Tony, and Tony was like, okay, I was wondering why his brother was in jail and why he basically told on his brother. But it came out that he was the reason. Him and his brother was the ones that offed Driz. So he was taken out of this world, period. Tony ends up getting shot though, because Ethan brings in Al, which is Holly's brother, and Al had already did a recording with Raheem and Ethan, but Al can't fucking rap for the life of him. So they was like, we gonna take this trash to Tony and let Tony, hurt his feelings. And Tony did just that. But Al was like, you think you a nut, I'm a nut just as much. Okay, nigga? And so when Tony leaves the studio, he shoots him up, right? So he had to go to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. Al ends up offed. He's gone. Okay? He's gone. He's out of there. Also, they find out that Kira, whatever the fuck, that nurse, had a boyfriend this whole time, and she had got pregnant by the boyfriend, tried to say it was Paul's. But surprisingly, after that good slap or punch in her face from Shanice, she backed down and was like, you know what, you right. It's fucked up with me for trying to take that man money. We love that. Who else got handled? Oh, Stallion, his nasty ass, he ends up getting handled because he wouldn't ever leave Tony alone. I feel like there will always be a problem, so he had to get handled. What else happened? Oh, Ruby is pregnant with Ethan's baby. They finally got back together. That old nigga she was hunching on was trying to control her into a marriage, child. And she told him, I'm back with my old nigga. And he was like, oh, that's why I can't mess with you you young hoes, y'all. I can't be with nobody, blah blah blah, that's not mature. She's like, okay, nigga, bye. Like, I do not care about you. So her and Ethan are together now, and they are expecting. Nehemiah, I think he's with Jilly. I don't remember who he's with, but he did get a he put himself on child support so that he can get his child when it's his time, because Miss Girl Star was trying to tell him, basically, if you ain't with me, you ain't seen your son. And he said, hell no. Julie told him, go take your ass down to the courthouse and get something handled, period. And he did just that, and I'll give him that. What else happened at the end of this book? The ending I enjoyed. The rest of the book I was like, oh hell no. Oh yeah. Bailey, so some crackhead told Tony while he was in jail that Miranda, I'm guessing that's her name. If that's not her name, that's her name now. Miranda always wanted Tony, but she was too old and he was too young at the time, so she married his father. And so he asked Bailey, like, did you no but the crackhead basically was like, they basically set you up to get at you. So he asks Bailey, like, bitch, did you and your mama set me up? And she looked at him like, sir, hell the fuck no. Like, why would I do that? And he was like, okay, bet, we gonna ask your mama. So they go to the house, ask the mama, Miranda, and she like, nah, that's not, like, I didn't do that, and no, I didn't want him. And Bailey was just like, girl, I was hunching on him before y'all got together, so what do you mean? Bailey and Miranda start going at it. Bailey ends up picking up this big heavy ass face and boom, knocks Miranda upside her head, and now Miranda going. And Tony said, oh bitch, I'm the fuck out of here. And Bailey was like, you just gonna leave me to handle all of this? Yeah, bitch, you killed him. Like, what you want me to do? He bounces, right? I feel like all the loose ends is getting tied up. Do you feel me? I'm enjoying this. Okay, the sad part is the last 10% of the book is when I liked it a little bit better. Kamari beat up Joy, she beat up Nala, and she beat up Angel. Angel was being a weirdo, so yeah, she had to get beat up, knock some sense into her. Both of them got Angel actually ended up getting dropped. Nala got her sense together. Joy got her sense together. Joy was texting them talking about some oh, my baby would have looked like yours. And Carter's delusional ass over here talking about some, I can help you get over him. Carter, please. Anyways, now I'm going to move on to 5, and I'm done. Thank God. Alright. Here we are in book 5. Tony and Kamara get married. Beautiful. Great. Whatever. She finds out she's pregnant after the honeymoon. Why are you surprised, bitch? Some random comes into her shop asking for an internship. She says, no, I don't do internships. Then the rando starts talking about how she got a sexy ass man. Then asks her for a picture. Then asks her for product. Says she spent her last on the product. Kamari then turns around and says, I'll give you a picture and have you be my assistant after this hoe just told you that your man was sexy. Ditzy. Okay, Nala takes her ass up on this radio show or interview, wherever the fuck, and tells these people, basically tell them, make it seem like she fucking on Tony still. Slips up and says that she loves him. Miss Girl, just say you want to get your ass beat. Because that's what Kamari ain't gonna give a fuck that she pregnant, bitch. She's going to beat your ass because you are not understanding the words that are coming out of her mouth. When she told you leave her man alone, you wasn't understanding it. So you finna find out. I would have just said next question. I wouldn't even want to answer the question because why'd you even asking me that? Joy is still delusional and crazy. And she went off the deep end after finding out Tony went and married Kamari. And Carter came and picked her up after she came out the crazy house. She was in it for 2 months. And she went off on Carter because he forgot her phone or some shit. Basically said he was useless. And he basically was like, you in love with a nigga that ain't ever gonna want you, don't ever want you, don't love you. And told his friends to see how you give head. Basically was willing to pass your ass around. So then she ends up meeting Angel, another delusional asshole that should have been taken care of the last book. That's neither here nor there. They team up. They're gonna spread a rumor that Tony got another bitch pregnant, so that Kamari and Tony could break up and then Joy could come in. Not only is that not going to go the way that they want, but I bet you by the end of this book, both of them is going to be no more. Y'all keep fucking with that man. He keep trying to give y'all chances, and y'all just aren't understanding that not only is he crazy, but so is his wife. Please leave these people alone. But they're not getting it. It's not clicking. So they're going to have to find out the hard way. They're going to have to find out the hard way. Feel bad for them? No, I don't feel bad for them. Leave these people alone. Listen. Here we go with fucking Ryan. Oh my fucking God. I cannot stand this nigga. I promise you I can't stand him. You cheated on this lady with multiple women. You told one of them that she was your sister. You didn't tell none of your friends that you had a wife. And now that she's divorced your ass, you're sitting here with another bitch that you was with before y'all even got divorced. And asking her why she not jealous. And when she told you there's nothing to be jealous of, bitch, you ain't nothing. You are nothing to want back. You are nothing to want to be jealous of. So he's like, oh, so you wouldn't be mad if I got married to her? No, nigga, have fun. The fuck? Why would I give a fuck? She's telling him that, baby, I don't give a damn about what the fuck you doing with that bitch. It's none of my business, quite honestly. Have fun. Do your thing. You over here fuming. So now he talk about, okay, so now I'm really going to move on with Dallas, and I want to see how jealous she'll be. And watch how unbothered that lady is going to continue to stay. You out here buying this lady trips to Spain and gifts and shit like that, and Dallas, her stupid ass, should have peeped and kept it pushing. But she still want to be in your face. She's exactly what Mara says she is. She needs the attention and the love. You prey on motherfuckers that need that. And you think that the reason why they're not fulfilling you is because they're not independent. They're not me, because I don't need your ass for shit. These women need you for something. And you prey on that. That's why every bitch you get with, you stay thinking about me. Because they ain't me. Why? Because they need you. I don't need you. Now you over here talking about something, I'm really gonna make her jealous. That lady don't give a fuck about you. And you gonna be upset when she ended up getting married to a fucking billionaire or some shit and have some more kids, and you are going to be right next to Joy in the crazy house. You don't think about your consequences till it's too late, bucko. That lady ain't thinking about you. She ain't worried about you. She ain't wondering about you. She ain't daydreaming about you. She told you that. You is nothing for me to be worried about, jealous over, or wanting back. You did me dirty. I ain't even looking back. Get your daughter and get the fuck on. Period. And you better stay like that, Amara. For real. So Shanice done went and got married to Wade. And Wade, the nigga that lives with his ex-wife still, yeah, the ex-wife first of all, the ex-wife still lives in that house, well, in the guest house in the back. The ex-wife asks her, why don't you bring your friends to the guest house? She's like, for what, bitch? She was like, because we are basically family. We have another delusional bitch on the horizon, y'all. On the roster, not the horizon, on the roster. She thinks that her and Wade are BFS, therefore they are family. She playing the sister wife game, and I don't even know, like, yeah, something is off. Something is off. Also, I'm gonna need Nehemiah to take that heifer back to court because she's in contempt. She's not allowing him to get his child when it is his time. He was surprised that, from what I read, I thought he took her to child support, but she took him to child support court. Or took him to court for child support, is what he said. Long story short, get that lady out your house, even if it's just the guest house, Shanice. Because that lady probably is not over that man. I beg. For your sanity. Now you're trying to get pregnant and you can't get pregnant. You didn't get pregnant with Paul either. So, and then what's her name? Kamari was like, you ain't been to the doctor? She told about something. No. What the fuck you waiting for, bitch? Take your ass to the doctor to see if your coochie still doing what it's supposed to be doing, or what you want it to do. Period. That's it. That's it. That's all. Nehemiah went over to Holly's house because she talked about something was wrong with Haley. Haley wasn't there. Frida was there. Haley and Frida was trying through a threesome. He was bricked up, ready to go, but then he got a phone call, so he left the house. He gets home. He's telling Jilly she can't have a male client to be a personal stylist because he don't trust the niggas, because he knows exactly how they are. You're gonna stop her back because you a fuck ass nigga, and you think every other nigga is a fuck ass nigga like you. Well, I wouldn't be surprised, because every motherfucker y'all encounter seem to be a crazy bitch and a fuck ass nigga. That's what it's giving. Child, this nigga around him is delusional. He went and got engaged with Amara just to try to make He went and got engaged with Dallas just to make Amara jealous. And Amara don't give a fuck. She does not care whatsoever. So she's like, oh, I texted her congratulations, and that I was going to send her wine and cheese border and all that stuff, a basket, whatever the case. And he was like, you talked to her? She's like, yeah. And he went off. He was mad as hell that she did not give a fuck. Then he found out she was going on a date. He was mad as hell. After he it got engaged to Dallas, he would check his phone to see if she was texting him on some rah-rah shit, and that lady don't care. It's like not in her head. And then he sees like she's going out or whatever, and he asks his daughter basically like, oh, like, is there any guys around? She says Gabe. So he's texting her like, who's Gabe? Sir, please get out my motherfucking business. And he talk about, oh, you got me fucked up. Now you're finna get what's it called, restraining order, and only allowed to pick up your child at the police station, because you're on that nut shit and you need to sit the fuck down. Ruby and Ethan ends up getting married, and he rushed the marriage, right? And after they got married on their way home, he decides to tell her that he hunched on Frida. Was it Frida? One of them hoes. One of they hoes. He ended up hunching on. She was so distraught. Now they're gonna get a divorce. She wants to divorce him. They're not gonna get a divorce. Amara decides to give Raheem another chance. Dumb bitch. Kamari and Shanice finds out that Carrie, crazy ass, was actually feeding her Plan B and all the food that she was feeding her. That's why she couldn't get pregnant. And then Paul's mom met up with Shanice and told her, because you married now, you need to give everything that Paul left you in his will back to his parents. It sounds like his parents is going broke, so they need the money, but I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. Just because she got remarried, then everything she got in the will doesn't go to her. No. Then they got a fake rumor going around that Tony done got one of the waitresses pregnant, and Kamari don't believe that shit. But she got upset that he kept letting Nala around, because Nala said she was getting rid of her baby because it wasn't Tony's, with her fucking psycho ass. And she told Tony, stop letting this bitch around you. And for some reason he's like, I'm not letting her go because it's business purposes, and she, makes me the most money, yada yada yada. And Kamari is feeling some sort of way, and so he's like, okay, now she gotta go because she's fucking with my marriage. Shanice finds out she's pregnant, by the way. Child. So anyways, one of the girls that Tony calls Oscar, that works for Kamari, asked her if she could take her home. Why did she agree? I don't know. Long story short, she's taking her home. She's like, oh no, you need to get on the highway. They get on the highway. She's like, oh, but don't you live blah blah blah. She goes, no, I'm going to see my boyfriend. It was a setup. Anyways, old girl called her a hoe. Kamari beat her ass to a pulp. Then her brother, who was Vernon's brother, who's in jail, who Vernon snitched on, and then Tony ended up killing Vernon because Vernon snitched on the brother Vance, and Vernon and Vance are the reason why Driz was murdered, because Prince hired them to murder Driz. Y'all remember that? And Vernon was the husband to Jilly. Remember that? It was like the last book in book 3. Anyways, she's like, oh, you got my brother killed, blah blah blah. Tony had put a tracker on her car, so on Kamari's car, so he knew exactly where she was at. He ends up offing the siblings basically, because bitch what? And then they were so Kamari was so turned on, she ended up sucking him off in the car on the way home. Alright, I'm done. Shanice and Wade's baby's name is Sade. Jilly and that nigga baby's name is Jillian. Oh, well, the baby girl name is Jillian, and of course they got Timothy, but Timothy is with his mama, hating ass mama. Holly signed over her parental rights, so Ruby and adopted her. And did they have a baby? I don't remember. I don't think that. Amara decided to remarry Raheem, stupid bitch. The second baby for Kamari and Tony was a boy, and they named him Camden. Anyways, it's over. It's done. I appreciate y'all for listening. And tuning in. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope y'all look out for my next one. See y'all on the flip side, bitches.